Hey, it's Calvin with your cryptocurrency update. We were previously looking at Bitcoin breaking out of this rising wedge and finding support on the $55,000 level. We were targeting $57,000. We hit our $57,000 target. So as we said previously, we were trying to find support on this $55,000 level. We have found support on that level, and we actually might be coming down for a retest of the $55,000 level right now. However, I am looking at a possible bullish crossover on the stochastic coming up, and so we might not retest right now. We might come up a little bit more before retesting. If we look at the 1 hour chart, we can see that we are making higher lows. So higher low, higher low, higher low. If we truly found a level on this 1 hour candle, then so 55,922 compared to 55,815, we actually have had made a lower low here, but this could just be a horizontal move. I hopefully, if we want to continue this hourly uptrend, we can't go any lower than that point. So if we do lose this hourly, I suspect we will bounce off the $55,000 level, and that will be our retest, thus further establishing that as a platform to work off. So we have broken our wedge. So if we go to our 4 hour, we can establish another pattern to look at, and that next pattern is a channel. And so this channel, if we go and look back where this channel was established, this channel established itself on the January 25th, January 29th, as well as the February 8th rejections from resistance. So 1, 2, 3 point resistance level, and then support level. Support has been found on January 31st, February 7th, and then from February 14th to February 16th. And so this is a fairly strong upwards channel. And so you can see that we are right about the midpoint of that channel. When we retest 55,000, I would look to bounce up off of that channel. So let me get a little bit of a prediction going on here. And so we made our move up. And so depending on whether this line holds or not, we might come down to 55,000, in which case I would suspect that we bounce back up and we work our way towards the top of that channel. And so that would give us something in the early $60,000 range. We could also come back down, and if we don't find support on the $55,000, I would expect to find support at the 50 or at the bottom of this channel. So the bottom of this channel is 52,896. If we look at the Fibonacci extension targets on this move, and so we can talk about this move in terms of it starting on February 18th. And so this move, so we already hit our $57,000 price target that we talked about in the previous video. We are now looking at a target of 62,000, and so that also matches up with our channel here. And so if we were to try to get a date on that, predicting dates with TA is very difficult, but we'll give it a shot. The date on that would be 3 days from now, and so our price target is 62,000 in 3 days. If we were to look at a bigger price target, so let me get rid of these predictions. So a bigger price target, so more long-term on Bitcoin, would be the bottom of this move. So let me go to, so yesterday we analyzed this move and the target was $72,000. We have moved up even further, and so that would raise the target up slightly. And so we're looking at a target of 74,852. So again, we're looking for the low 70,000 range, and so I'm going to stick with my target of 72,000 for the time being. So there is our Bitcoin. And so again, look for it to either find support where it's at right now or keep on going and retest the 55,000 before moving back up to the top of the channel. For ETH, we previously predicted that it was going to be hitting the top of the channel and being rejected. We do see that it broke the channel. It couldn't find support up here, and so it came back down, and for a retest at the top of the channel, it tried breaking again, and we are establishing a line of resistance. Looks to be at the 20,040 level, or 2040, so $2,040 level is our line of resistance. We couldn't break that, and so we've fallen back into the channel at this point, and we are heading back towards the midpoint of this channel, and if we can't find support in the midpoint, we are heading to the bottom of this channel. And so if we look at where we're finding support in the middle of this channel, let's see here. We're actually dipping below the support that I would expect to find. So this is actually would be an increase. So if I want to keep it parallel with the channel, it looks like the midpoint's right about there, and so I suspect that we're going to be heading downward to roughly 1913-ish before moving back upward. And so that's what I expect. If we do break downward from this point, so if we can't find support on this channel, we could be moving further down to the bottom of this channel before bouncing up. And since that would be a steep bounce down or a steep decline, we would expect a V-shaped recovery on that because the sentiment for Ether is so high. And so I would expect it to bounce past the midpoint. And so if we were dropping very rapidly for this and continue to the bottom of this channel, I don't currently own Ether, but I would be looking to own it somewhere in the mid 18 or somewhere around 1850 is where I'd be looking to buy, and my price target would be at the top of this channel, somewhere around 2000 again. And so that would be a $150 increase, and that would be a nice little profit to take out of this. Okay, but again, we expected to bounce off the top of this channel. We unexpectedly broke $2,000 psychological resistance, but as you can see, we are still seeing rejection back down into this channel. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, this channel has been long established. This is, so if we even go back to the 4-hour chart, this is an old-timey channel, and it goes, so let me get rid of this line here, and this one here. This channel goes all the way back. You know, we first entered this channel way back on November 13th. We found the bottom of it December 23rd. And then we've been finding footing in this channel ever since. So this is a long established channel, and I expect it to hold unless given a significant reason otherwise. And that would be Bitcoin dragging us out of this channel. So if Bitcoin continued to make these huge moves, we could start to be dragged out of this channel a little bit. Otherwise, I expect to stay in this channel. So that was Bitcoin and Ether. I currently own Stellar, XLM. Stellar has been finding support on this line. Found support on January 27th, February 4th, February 6th, February 10th, and February 14th, as well as the 16th, and then again today, February 20th. And so I own Stellar, and I'm looking for a continued trend upward. What I like about Stellar is that it has made some parabolic moves that we can get some price targets on. So the most recent parabolic move, if I do my extension tool, I can find an extension target of roughly 75 cents. And so I like that potential because a 75-cent increase, we're talking about going from, right now we're looking at a 53% increase. And so I like Stellar right now. I also own Sia Coin, CUSD. Sia Coin has also been finding a similar pattern. We have support on this line January 27th. We find support on February 7th, and then we find support on February 16th. Based on these parabolic moves, I can get a nice price target. So based on the most recent one, so the immediate price target would be 17 cents. So 17 cents is one target. Another target would be a little bit bigger, 19.7 cents. And then 17, 19.7. And then we have 19.7 again. So 19.7 is a strong target for this coin. And so 19.7 from here is roughly a 50% move. And so I like Sia Coin for that target. So I own Stellar, Sia Coin. I am probably going to be buying Kusama, KSD, USD. It has an ascending triangle. Oh, I forgot to mention the ascending triangle on Sia Coin. Sia Coin also has an ascending triangle, but also has can have a measured move. And so this is the most optimistic. Actually, no, this is the most optimistic would be back here. So the most optimistic move on this measured move out of this triangle would be way above our 17 cent price target, a 73% move to 24 cents, whereas a more reasonable measured move on this ascending triangle would be 20 cents. Okay, so again, that 17 cents price target is a nice target. KSM, Kusama, this is a polka dot network coin. This also has an ascending triangle forming on it, and it's also, so this support line, I guess I could move it down a little bit, but it's not established too well. But this ascending triangle, so if I kind of zoom into this action up here, we can see that this ascending triangle is starting to become well established, and measured move on this ascending triangle. So most optimistic would be a 26% move to, what is that, $301. But a more reasonable move would be a 14.8% move to 275. So I like KSM, and I'm looking to buy it, especially if this support line has to hold for me to buy that though. If this breaks bearish, I'm not going to buy it. So that's Stellar. We covered Sia Coin at KSM. A lot of people have been talking about Uniswap. Right now we're experiencing a dip on all coins. Uniswap's dip started much earlier. We had this nice move. If you own this, congratulations, because you had a 69% move, and so that is a huge move. However, we see it starting to fall. We have this bullish crossover on the 4 hour, no, bearish crossover on the 4 hour. If we zoom in and see what's going on with this coin, we are coming off the all-time high. I'm not seeing any bounce back. I see lower lows, lower lows, lower highs, and this is coming all the way back. It looks like this is a very unhealthy drop. I don't see, so usually after a big run like it made, so all the way here, you expect to fall back and find some support and then some equilibrium. Here we have not found support yet, and we are looking very bearish on the RSI and the stochastic, and the bear volume is much greater than the bull volume, and so this coin is coming down. I don't think this is a good buy yet. I would look for a trend change on at least the 15-minute before even thinking about purchasing this. I would look for the RSI to be below 30, a 15-minute trend change. But yeah, this is not a good buy right now. It's coming down, and it's coming down hard. hopefully we find some support and build a platform to work off of. But for the time being, UNI is not a good purchase, in my opinion. Some of the coins that I've been looking at, so BTC and ETH, obviously we already did that analysis, but Polkadot, Cardano, Litecoin, LinkChain, Bitcoin Cash, and then I talked about Stellar already. And so if you look at high targets for these coins and then low targets for these coins compared to the original price or the current price, you could see that these percentages here are the potential of upward movement and downward movement. And if you take the ratio between those, the one with the biggest ratio is going to be the better purchase at this time. And so we see the best three here are Stellar, Bitcoin Cash, and LinkChain or Chainlink. Ether is also up there, but we already talked about Ether coming back into its channel, and so that's probably not the greatest purchase in my opinion. I'm not purchasing it until I get a better buy on it. Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash, these are nice profit ratios, and then Stellar, we talked about Stellar has a lot of upside potential. And so those are the coins that I'm looking at. Anything you trade, we are overextended. Make sure you have stops close by to work off. So that's it. Hopefully this is helpful. If you find this video helpful, please like and subscribe.